Dear alumni, I welcome you to my campaign videos. I will start by welcoming you again to Makerere University and to make sure that I give you the basics of the convocation. So what is Makerere University Convocation? Makerere University Convocation, MUC, consists of all the alumni who have studied from Makerere, either as staff or were staff of Makerere University, and all these constitute the alumni. So every student who has graduated from Makerere University has been given, always pays a convocation fee, and this convocation fee is of 10,000, which is also paid as a lump sum of graduation fee. So every one of alumni of Makerere University is a member of the convocation, but you only pay for that when you are graduating. You need actually to continue activating your subscription. In that regard, you have to make sure that you keep renewing your subscription, and that is by paying 10,000 to the convocation office. So in order to vote on, so let me take you through the actual bits of the convocation. Once again, I'm Benon Fred TWINAMASIKO. This is the third broadcast in regard to my campaign for being chairman Makerere University Convocation. So the name, address and acronym. The name is the Convocation of Makerere University shall be known as Makerere University Convocation, and which we can only say, or we sometimes can say, Convocation. The address is Makerere University, PO Box 762, and the acronym is MUC. I'm doing this for the people. After meeting some people and we've interacted, I found out that there is a problem with the people not understanding what the convocation is. And I've seen it good to make sure that I educate people what the convocation is. And that is by using the advantage of the Constitution of the convocation in order to educate people, you people, the alumni, who may be having some doubts, and show you exactly what your convocation is all about. Convocation consists of all former students, that is OBs and OGs, or whom we can call in together as old students, the staff of the university, current ones, those who were staff, and well-wishers. Anyone who would wish us well can come and pay subscription. The baseline is 10,000, but you can give us as much as 1 billion shillings only, or you can give us $1 billion if you so wish, because we do not limit you on the money you can bring. So the Makerere University Convocation has an acronym which is MUC, and I've been using it in my previous videos, telling people to vote BFTChairMUC, and that's the reason why I'm using it, because it's the acronym for this convocation. So I will go article by article, but summarize. I will not make sure that I teach you the whole Constitution. I'll show you the basics which concern me, which I'll be following, because I have to be a good chairman who follows the Constitution and who does things as per the Constitution. So the Constitution, the academic registrar is the secretary to this convocation, and it has a vision. The vision of our convocation, or of the convocation, is to be an effective partner in realizing the goals cherished by the Makerere University Convocation. And the mission of the convocation is to mobilize members and well-wishers to support the welfare and progress of Makerere University, and to participate in the enhancement and improvement of intellectual and material well-being of the university community, including fostering close friendship and professional relations among members and the convocation, among members and between the convocation and the university. So as you can see, when you look at the mission, it takes you a great height in understanding why I should be doing as the chairman. There are a couple of principles which the convocation follows, and the policies and functioning and actions of the convocation shall be guided by the following principles. There should be freedom of expression, democratic decision making, like we shall do on the voting day when you vote me into the chair, non-discrimination, whether somebody was from the United States or was from the Kenya, the Russia, or the Asia, he or she should not be discriminated. It should be non-political, that is non-political party alignment. And as I said in my second broadcast, I said it that I have no alignment towards any political party. I want to serve, I want to be that bridge of the convocation and the people. And then responsibility and accountability. I told you that I will be accountable, transparent, and I'll also be responsible. Then there should be multicultural cooperation. Makerere University brings together all people, students from all sorts of backgrounds, either social strata or when you consider the concept of religion. We are a secular university, we are a multicultural university, and the convocation constitutes of all those OBs and OGs. And in that case, or in that same sense, my responsibility as a chairman and as to make sure that I uphold the Constitution is to make sure that this cultural richness is exploited or is utilized effectively for the good of our convocation. And then any other principles enshrined in the Bill of Rights of the Constitution of Uganda. The Constitution of Uganda is the supreme law of the land, and the Constitution of the Convocation only borrows a leaf, as we are part of the bigger picture. The Convocation has aims and objectives, and these are subscribe morally and materially towards opportunities to strengthen and consolidate the high standards of academic excellency at Makerere University in order to enhance its institutional visibility as a leading source of high caliber teaching, research, and community outreach. And in regard to community outreach, as I explained in the previous broadcasts, you know very well that I explained the lightning, I explained the eclipse, and for the whole of 2014, I've been showing people the full moon and giving a lecture. And I call on people in the community and outside to come to the physics department. They would come, I give a presentation, and they are able to understand how why, like today in the morning, why in the mornings of these days you have the sun coming out early because of the season change. The other aim is to engage in fundraising for the university and for the convocation. True, we need money as a university, and we have rich alumni in all sorts of, or in all spheres of the society. And these rich alumni would want to have, or would want to stretch a hand. MTN organizes a marathon. All telecom companies organize normally promotions, give out cars, and the subscribers give little money, 500 an SMS, and you are able to organize. For example, 1 million subscribers, each one gives 500 shillings, that's 500 million Uganda shillings. We can do a lot of things with 500 million shillings. The other one is to engage in fundraising, which I've already talked about, to foster and promote the spirit of institutional ownership and loyalty to Makerere University and encourage sustainable dialogue in the university community. It's always good for the people who belong to a community to be the ones to promote it. If you are in a community and you are not talking about good about the community, then you know that that community is not serving. It's a pity if you found somebody saying, I went through Makerere, but alas, Makerere? No. this is the time when people would be proud out there of why they are in Makerere and why they should be in Makerere. And me, being the chairman, I will make sure that me and my team, which will vote alongside me, will make that happen. The other one is to promote, protect and maintain the interests and the rights of convocation members. Of course, I would love to have a convocation that cares about its members, gives them what they deserve. If there is any aggrieved member, we should be able to look at how to help that member. For example, one time we had a member of staff who had a problem with the brain and they needed some money, and it was easy. You just make people say, we have a member who has a problem, let's contribute towards to him. We shouldn't always just hear about strikes, hear about grievances, hear about people who are trying to sue the university. We should also be known for the good things as alumni and also celebrate our own. And then the other one is to foster interest and promote respect for Makerere University. We are the Harvard of Africa. And in that case, we should be able to have everyone respecting us. We should be able to have everyone saying, yes, these are the Makerere people. And these Makerere people are very big people. They have contributed so much to the university, to the country, in terms of the expertise, in terms of their brainstorming, so that they bring out the best. So we should be able to promote and foster that. To promote or challenge any law or regulation or proposed law or regulation that affects the interests of the university education in general. Most times we have had people complaining of how the laws were made. And we have experts in education, we have experts in policy, we have experts in economic policy, but then they complain that where was this law enacted from? We are the people as alumni, we are in all fields of this country, in the society, and we should be able to pick interest. When a bill is being discussed, we should be able to go there, and I would be the chairman who would make sure that I mobilize all the people we have in such fields when there is a bill, so that we can go there and give our own knowledge and be able to contribute to the society. And then to take interest in matters pertaining to the governance and administration and academic interests of the university, and to make recommendations therein. Once we meet as a convocation, as a chairman, because I represent the convocation in the council, I would be able to give our views to the biggest body or to the supreme body of the university. To foster and maintain a good image of the university as a whole and to promote community and business interests. Surely it is only the convocation which can do this, because we got everyone in the other sphere of the society. To create in the convocation members a sense of responsibility and obligation and accountability towards the community and especially towards the university. Of course, as a convocation, we should be able to be the examples, to set examples to the society. All we do should be to the good of the looking of the society. And I'll make sure as a chairman that one is inculcated into our alumni or members of the convocation. Then we have to create in the convocation members, to liaise and consult with the other university constituencies on matters of common interest and to foster unity of purpose. Most times the university here is advocating for its rights. Members of staff want a raise, members of staff want good welfare, but we have other public universities. So the bottom line would be to bring all these people together, have a common cause and advance it. And once we do that, then we will be able to come with a stronger voice that comes out with more resolutions and recommendations. And the other one is to do all such activities as are deemed to be in the interests of convocation members and which are consistent with the principles and objectives of the convocation. definitely we should be able to make many activities happen, make them work, and make sure that we bring out the best out of our alumni. Why not? We have engineers. These engineers can go out there, have public lectures or have public gatherings, educate. If you are in Umeme, you can educate people how to conserve electricity. If you are in civil engineering, you would be able to teach people how to maintain our roads by not destroying them. For example, I wrote an article that soap water destroys our roads. So if we had the civil engineers going out there and making sure that they explain how the soap water destroys the roads, then we would make it. The medical personnel can teach people on how to prevent disease, because prevention of disease is better than curing the disease. You would have already had the side effects. And many other people, the spiritual ones, would be able to help us. Those who do psychology would be able to contribute to the social well-being of the people. The other parts of the Constitution about the authority, the power, the duties, and the like, which I'm not going to go into. The activities are more important to me because I would be able to effect a couple of them. So what are the activities of the convocation? So I'm going to talk about the activities as stipulated by the Constitution, and when as stipulated, then I will be able to show you how I resonate with these activities. Now, the convocation shall be duty-bound to meet and discuss any matters within the sphere of Makerere University and transmit recommendations arising out of such discussions to the University Council, Senate, and their relevant committees. So, as you can see, Convocation is not just a club of alumni, OBs and OGs. It's a strong thing. It's a big thing. It's something that you should value as an alumni, that you can meet, make resolutions, append them to paper, and after appending them to paper, I take them to the council and communicate and say, this is what the alumni said. And the convocation said all these things, and we should uphold them. And the specific activities are to promote and popularize the social, ethical, and intellectual image of the university. Who wouldn't want to have Makerere University shine? Who wouldn't want to talk big about the university? And that is one of the commitments or the activities of the convocation. And the other one is to proactively solicit for material, financial, and human resource to enable Makerere University maintain a competitive edge with similar institutions at home and abroad. We want to reach the top and remain the top in the home here and even in the world. So the activities we should be doing as a convocation is to solicit all these funds, and this could be material, could be financial, or even human resource. We always employ the best. We always look for the best, and that is the best we should be once we have the best. As one person said that, Einstein, if I can be specific, say that you cannot do the same thing the same way and expect different results. And that's why we want to reach out to the best and bring the best to Makerere and make it work better. To collect and preserve materials of historical value to the university and its convocation. To collect and preserve materials of historical value to the university and its convocation, including university memorabilia. On staff list, for those of us who are here at the university, people have always been saying, can't Makerere University make a museum? Why not? We have the best publications in the country and in Africa. We are rich our campus is so big, and we can make a museum and collect everything that since 1925, like in my department in physics, we still have vacuum diodes. and those switches of those times. We can collect all those and then make them available to the public to see how we have advanced in the world and in the country in particular. And then we have alumni, you alumni who are in outside countries, if I can call that, or who are abroad. When your kids come around, you would need a book in the local language. We have a language institute of languages here. You may need a book to see how science is being inculcated. We have department of physics. We have other departments in botany where they have botanical garden. And all these would be important for us tourism, to those people who come. And who wouldn't want to go to a university where things are authentic, where you would be able to find things that have been researched on and have been authenticated. Then to organize community events and activities that are of interest and value to the university, its friends, and the convocation. In this regard, you would be my witness that for a whole year I've been able to organize such an event, and this wouldn't be any different at all. To organize community events and activities that are of interest and value to the university, its friends, and the convocation. In regard to this kind of organizing activities, I've ably, effectively, satisfactorily organized full moon viewing from January to November 2014, single-handedly and without requesting for any money from anywhere. And I must say I'm grateful to all those people, university community, and people who came from outside, who came and viewed the moon, brought the young children, and everyone was satisfied. They were inspired and they got to know how things happen or how things work. So I will be able to organize more activities, let people from out there know that at Makerere we have facilities for organizing workshops. We have a main hall for public lectures, and we shall be able to have moderators who are in-house. Instead of moving a moderator from Makerere to a hotel, it would be in-house, so you wouldn't be able to waste time or make sure the person wouldn't say, I'm not going nowhere because I'm having a lecture at 2 and it ends at 12, so I'll be late. So let us make Makerere University the best that we can make it. The other one is to assist where possible in placement of graduates. Those who were asking what is the convocation, this is the point that our alumni are out there in the alumni are out there in the society. I'm teaching in physics. People are in the industry. People are in telecom companies. All these people will be able to place our students because they are alumni. They are OBs, and they know what they are capable of. They know what they studied. They know the value they will give out. And the convocation should be that association that brings all these people together. And as chairman, I'll be able to do that. Vote me into, and I'll make this happen. And you'll see the change that you cry for, the change that you deserve. And then the other one is to foster motivation through honoring distinguished students, members of staff, and exemplary members of the society. When I first came at campus, they say there are no report cards at campus. They don't give out report cards. So I was like, okay. But then in second year is when I realized that if I just graduate casually, then I will have problems in the field. So in that regard, I made sure that I work hard. And so that I can get an upper second and be able to have a voice when I get out. Similarly, we should be able to motivate our students. We can put prizes as a convocation for all those who get a distinguished first class, for those who get a best research, and be able to show that students, when they work hard, they are recognized. Even if we make them come to our general meeting and announce them to other alumni and potential employers, that's good enough. We would be able to instill that culture of motivation in the students. And then the other activity is to assemble and maintain convocation membership database including publication of Makerere University Convocation newsletters and magazines. In this regard, I would proudly say that I have over almost, I think, about 10 articles in the newspapers, and these articles show you that I'll make sure that we have, who wouldn't want to read from the best in this country and in this continent for that? Who wouldn't want to have the best publication? And we are the brains. So our newsletter will be very marketable. Our magazine will be very marketable because people want to hear from the best. And we will be able to inspire the children out there in this. To assemble and maintain Convocation membership database, including publication of Makerere University Convocation newsletters and magazines. And in regard to these publications and magazines, I have written a number of articles in the New Vision and other newspapers, and these articles have shown how we can be able to explain things to the public. And who wouldn't want to look for a newsletter from Makerere with the brains of Makerere having written? So I'll make sure that that is revived and useful. So are the magazines. And then to liaise with other universities' convocations here and abroad in order to make sure that we achieve the aforementioned goals. So we can make sure that we have other universities around and we can liaise with them and even abroad and see how are you doing the things, how are you implementing this, how are you implementing this, how are you doing all things in your convocation. And then this would be able to help us come up with a plan and be at an international standard. And those were the activities of the convocation. I would like to let you know what, as a chairman, I'm supposed to be doing. So what will be my duties as a chairman? Once you vote me in power, what will be my duties as a chairman or the chairperson of the convocation? Subject to the vision, the mission and objectives of the convocation, I would be required to be responsible for the overall planning and administrative leadership of the convocation. And I'll sure do that. I'll make sure that I'm responsible to plan. I've planned for moon viewing for a whole year, single-handedly using my own resources, and I've made it. Convene and preside over all meetings of the convocation and the convocation executive. I'll sure do that to make sure that we come up with recommendations, we come up with activities, and we make this university shining all over Africa and all over the globe. Communicate all resolutions of the convocation and such as other matters and proposals to the patron, the Vice Chancellor, and University Council as may be required from time to time. When there is a fees policy, it should be the convocation to see the front and the back of it. If there is a policy about examination, we've been examined before. We are examiners as members of staff. We are people out there who want to see a good graduate, and I would be able, or the convocation will be able to look at all these so that good policies are passed, good deliberations are made in council, in Senate, to come up with the best for our university, the country, and the globe at large. Communicate all resolutions. Okay, so then submit reports covering convocation activities at general meetings. I will make sure that these reports are done, they are handed over. Why not? We can always even have videos of this so that people see even what happened on such activities, photographs, so that we will relive the event as it happened. Delegate duties to other members of the convocation executive. I'll sure do that. I'll not hang on as if I'm the alpha and omega. It should be a team. I'll make sure that I'm in a team playing for the best. And be the overall chief executive and accounting officer of the convocation. Why not? I'll make sure that everything is accounted for, everything is made as it should be. I will make sure that I'm that CEO of the convocation that will shine all over Africa. And then perform such other duties as may from time to time be prescribed by the General Assembly. The General Assembly is the supreme body of the convocation, and it can come up with a recommendation, come up with an adjustment, and then I will be able to perform such duties with my executive. And the other people who are willing to be voted as executive should also be able to give you their roles. But there's a publicity secretary who does things that publicizes the convocation, and if we don't know them, then we wouldn't be able to do a better job. So the publicity secretary shall, of course, he will be helped by me because I have done a couple of things. He will be helped by me because I've done a couple of things. He will draw up, he or she, or the publicity secretary shall draw up annual publicity plans for the convocation executive and justify the financial obligations that go with such. And then gather information about the location of all the convocation members and disseminate information about convocation activities to its membership. Plan and stage events to attract attention and support from the public. Explain the existence and roles of the convocation to the public. Coordinate and arrange all public activities. Evaluate the effectiveness of the convocation communication programs to ensure that all groups' opinions within the convocation are conditioned and ultimately utilized to promote the image of the university. And then we have to identify, establish and maintain mutually beneficial relationships between Makerere University Convocation and the convocation of other higher institutions of learning in Uganda and abroad. Advise the convocation executive on how to solve publicity problems and produce regular reports about the publicity programs and giving solutions of problematic areas. Advise the executive of the convocation in optimal decision making basing on the research done by the publicity office, and then perform any other duties as may be assigned by the chairperson of the convocation. In the absence of the publicity secretary, convocation, like any other company, the CEO is always the public relations officer, the first one, to make sure that he advertises his company, and I'll be that person. And that's why I'm reading you the roles of the publicity secretary. And other parts of the convocation, I'll be able to show them to you in my next. And so I used today I used the Convocation Constitution to be able to give you an insight on what I'll be able to do, and to show you that I'm not trying to promise heaven on earth or trying to create my own objectives. It's already enshrined in the Constitution, and I'll be able to follow the Constitution to the dot for the benefit of our convocation. And on that note, now that you know the convocation and how its duties, activities and roles are enshrined under the Constitution, I would like to assure all those who haven't paid to go and pay. Pay the convocation subscription. It's not that we are saying pay before you vote. It's to subscribe and make sure that we can organize a General Assembly. For now, the convocation should be able to organize the General Assembly. Voting materials are available, and we can get this in this small subscription of 10,000. When I become the chairman, I'll make sure that all that I've stated will be done, and I'll make sure that I show you or give you a purpose where you should be able to do extraordinary things by actually giving the convocation more donation than we would just give as the subscription fee. On that note, I would like to end here, and I wish to see you. So vote me. My name is Benon Fred TWINAMASIKO. I'm a physicist. I teach physics in the physics department, Makerere University. I have a passion to change the way things are perceived, to change the way we communicate, to change the way we associate, and to make sure that we also move at tandem with the international trends. Obama sits in the White House and communicates to the whole United States. He doesn't need to beg for a TV. He does the broadcast and everyone watches. They ask questions and he answers them in the Twitter session. In summary, I can say that as duties of the chairman, I'll be the CEO. I'll be able to make sure events are organized, general assemblies are held, and then those assemblies are put into action, and whatever is discussed is put into action. And accountability is most ultimate. I'll make sure that the money you collect is put into good use, and this money can do tremendous projects around campus.